Hello, greetings, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. I've just finished about a 4 mile hike here at the Mount Baker Wilderness area. Um, it's also home to Mount Shuckson, and absolutely a beautiful day and beautiful area to be in. I wanted to share with you a event that happened to me a few years ago. Um, I was at a conference in San Diego, um, and I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it was some sort of personal development conference. Anyway, I know the two ladies that were leading it, their names were Stacy and Carrie. And we had just finished doing an exercise, and they were inviting us to come up and share what our experience was during the exercise. And so I began developing my response, which I know now was completely egoically based, the ego speaking through me, but I was wanting to show everyone in attendance just how spiritually awake I was, and how filled with wisdom and knowledge I was. And so I waited rather impatiently for my turn, and when it was my turn, I stepped up to the microphone, and everything I had planned on saying just evaporated. I have no idea what it was that I had intended to say, and instead, all of a sudden, my voice was choking, tears began welling up in my eyes, and I blurted out, "I am what I've been looking for." And all I really remember after that was Carrie was standing just a few feet in front of me, and she had just such an overwhelming look of compassion and love in her eyes. And I'm sure either her or both her and Stacy commented. I don't remember it all. The only thing I remember is turning to go back to my seat, and a woman in the front row jumped up and hugged me. And and this conference, by the way, was several hundred women, 7 or 8 or 900 women, and 7 men. And so that was kind of an experience. Anyway, as that part of the conference ended, I was leaving, and many other women came up to me, giving me hugs. And, at the time, my thought was, wow, I've discovered a wonderful way to get hugs from women I don't know. Anyway, since that time, what I have learned is that the only thing all of us are truly searching for is to remember what exactly it is that we are. We're searching for our true selves, and that I have never uttered a truer statement than, "I am what I've been looking for." In this adventure we call life, we get hoodwinked into the hypnotic trance of ego, and we spend our lives listening to the voice of ego, which is often referred to as the false voice, the false self, which indeed it truly is. And if you think about it, if it's false, it's not even real. And so we spend our lives trying to find happiness and peace of mind. And I've discovered also that the only thing we're really searching for is peace of mind. We can be at peace in any situation, but we can only be happy if we are also at peace. So yes, I want to be happy, but I've discovered to have ultimate happiness, lasting happiness, is to search for peace of mind, and that is to discover what I am, the real me. About 10 years ago, I began reading A Course in Miracles, which the Course is Jesus, the voice or energy of Jesus being transmitted through a woman named Helen Schuckman, and it was being transcribed by William Thetford. And this took place over several years. Anyway, I became very devoted to reading the Course, and more than just reading it, but studying it and living the lessons that were being presented in it. In the very beginning of the Course, Jesus states that we have only one problem, and that is that we have forgotten what we are. And that struck me to the core. I instantly knew that was the truth. I have forgotten what I am. And that is the source of all my problems. Because in the forgetting of what I am, I began listening to the voice of the false self, the ego, which will only ever lead us astray. It teaches us that to find happiness, to find fulfillment, is to search for everything outside of us. Fame and fortune, the job, a relationship, everything that is outside of us. And we spend our lives, trying to attain all of these things. And they may provide brief moments of happiness, but eventually we start realizing there's got to be something more to life. And indeed there is. The way to find that is to go within and to discover who you truly are, to discover what you truly are. And it's just incredible. What I do know is my life has transformed in the past years from one of constant, never-ending turmoil, going from one bad situation to another, into a life that is an ever-growing sense of peace and happiness, and realizing that I am all that I am searching for, and that everything that is required for my eternal peace and happiness and fulfillment is within me. And so I wanted to share this message with you. I knew a few years ago, actually, that my gift to life, to you, was to begin sharing the message of truth, the message of that unexplainable, mysterious energy, knowledge, wisdom that we call love. A lot of us call it God. In truth, it doesn't matter what we call it, but it's that source that emanates all of life. And um, so for several years, I knew that was the direction I was being called to go down, and but I was denying it. I I just I wasn't ready. I'm not sure what the real reason was. I was still listening to ego rather than truth to some degree. Um, at any rate, it took time. Um, I feel absolutely blessed to know that now is the time. And I invite you to share the journey with me, to hear the messages. If you're ready to let go of strife and turmoil, misery, suffering, and following down a path that will never lead you home. If you're ready, I invite you to join with me, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, also to share it with anyone else that you feel drawn to share it with. Know that I am blessed in your presence, and I am honored to be one with you. And I look forward to continuing this conversation. And I absolutely welcome your comments. Whether you agree with what I am sharing or not, absolutely. Again, I'm honored that you're even willing to begin transforming your life. And in the beginning, I didn't believe a lot of what was actually truth, and it's a journey. It takes time. It's actually by the grace and love of God, that mystery, that it does take time. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I look forward to being with you. Thank you.